Good evening, everyone. This is Pradeep from Ambassador of Change from GETI, Lucknow, the Global Education and Training Institute. We are the premier institute for training teachers and principals in India and many parts of the world. And we have many in-service and pre-service programs. For more information on this, please go to 7408401000. Right now, you are on our disruptive education platform provided to us by our mentor, Dr. Sunita Gandhi. And on this platform, we have met with and interacted with more than 1,450 educators from India and all over the world. And this evening, we have for you Mr. Vipan Kumar Jaiswal. He's the principal of the Delhi Convent School in Moga in Punjab. The place is in Panjur, in Fatehgarh, Panjur. And he's been in the field of education for the last 12 years. He's been the principal for the last 3 years and has been a biology teacher before that, lecturer. He has also received the Shiksha Padam Samman in 2021 by the All India Principal Association, and he's from Hamirpur in Himachal Pradesh. Welcome, sir. He will be
Thank you,
speaking
sir.
to us. He'll be speaking to us on Indian adolescent need sexual and reproductive health awareness. So the Indian adolescents need sexual and reproductive health awareness. Thank you, sir, for being with us, and over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. First of all, I would like to thank to you to giving me this opportunity to express my views and to comment upon the topic of Indian adolescent. They need the sexual and reproductive awareness. So, first of all, there is a question that what is the need of this awareness among the youth, and I would like to clear you the certain terms regarding what is the adolescent and which phase and which age group they are included in the different stages of the adolescent, and why they need this sexual and reproductive awareness during this phase of their life. So let us start with first of all, what is meaning of the adolescent. Adolescent means the age, the group, the peer in which there are physical, chemical, hormonal, and psychological changes takes place in the minds and the body of the age group of 10 to 19. I am just explaining again because this is the standard parameter which is used by the different countries. Some countries they are using the parameters from 9 to 19, some countries 10, somewhere they are 11, 12. The different parameters they are used by the different countries. So adolescent is a very critical, very psychologically they are very, we can say that they are very sensitive age and the stage. In this age and the adolescent stage, they need a lot of attention. They need liberties to explain themselves. They need the society where they can express themselves, where they need to express their feelings with everyone. But sometimes when we are unable to give the opportunity to express them, we are unable to give them the exposure what they need. In that case, they may trapped by, you can call it as a internet cyber crimes. They are bullying, there are certain many other sites. They trap these adolescent, and in the later stages they are provoked by these uh, different uh, internet web, you can call it as a different sites they are available to provoke them to commit the suicide and may also take the life threat steps, right? So adolescent, the age of 10 to 19, it is further divided in further stages: pre-adolescent stage, mid-adolescent, late adolescent. The 10 to 13 is pre, 13 to 16 is the mid, and 17 to 19 is the post-adolescent stage. Now, in this phase, why they need and what is the need of the reproductive and the sexual awareness. So the I'm just sharing the data with you, the data of child safety by the child safety and different data by the WHO and the different this data and the statics by the Human Family Welfare and Association of India. They have conducted the different surveys and accordingly they made the different plans, different acts, and they enforce these acts for the betterment of the adolescent. So in India, till now we have imposed the three laws we have framed for the safety of the girl child for the adolescent. First was created in 1983. After that, in during the 1990s, there is a problem related to this was that this was the survey that was conducted in the rural area of the Maharashtra, and they have seen that in that area, 50% of the unmarried girls means before they married they have the sexual contacts. Not only this data, even the data they have collected worldwide, and it has exposed that near about 45% of the women, the girls, they have enjoyed their sexual life before marriage. Now they don't know that by these practices they are also get involved, and they may also be having the different health related issues they may have. We will discuss about the one by one, but first of all, what is the meaning of the sex and what is the meaning of the reproduction, these two terms that we have in this topic. So sex means the gender, sex means gender, that is we know that it's either girl or boy, that is a gender. And the reproductive, what is a reproduction, that is a process through which the organism give birth to new young one, it's a biological process. So we have to understand the sexual and the reproductive health and why this is important. According to WHO, the sexual maturity and the sexual reproductive age, they have decided, and even Indian government has recently announced the marriageable age for the girl is 21. The reason behind this is also we will discuss. So first of all, according to WHO, when physically, mentally, socially any person is capable of producing the young one, I'm talking about the physical, social, and mental. This is important term. You know that in India, 19% of the girls they get married before the age of 17 years. 19%. And if I'm talking about the globally, this data was around we can call it as a 113 crore 113 crore girls in globally they get married before 17 years age. With this there are so many problems there. We know that in physical, social, mental growth is very important to give birth any child. Suppose if female girl which is immature is not capable of producing young one, right, before, because that they also need some physical changes, hormonal changes also required for their growth. But before that if they get married they may also having the so many problems, health issues there may be, their physical growth may be there. And one more survey regarding the anemic cases in India is 45% around. The reason being they are not having the well adequate the nourished diet they are opting. This may be the reason. So now my question is that, and I have also will give the solution, that this government of India has increased the age, that is 21 for marriageable. Some where some we can call it as the in society there are different community, there are different religions, caste. So there may be having the discussion on this topic that why they have increased. This is the one more reason for the increase in the rape cases in India. But as well as for we are talking about the scientific point of view, This age is delayed because they also need physical growth, mental growth, and social growth. Only then they can produce a healthy child and give birth to a healthy young one. To keeping this point, this age is okay. But if we are talking about the what are the problems related to this, if I'm explaining you the survey of this Maharashtra, survey of Delhi, survey of Chandigarh, so they have explained and exposed that girls before marriage they are also enjoying this reproductive and the sexual act. Now they don't know that during this age and stage they need the sexual and reproductive health awareness. They don't know the unhygienic sexual contact may cause STDs. And sir, you may surprised to know that the in 2015 around 1 crore 15 lakh young people they died just because of these curable and non-curable diseases. Second survey says that 9 to 10% of the girls they may die because of and during the time of pregnancies, and 6 to 7% of the girls they may die at the time of pregnancies. To understand all this, why all these they are doing and what are the steps and why we are connecting on this, so this is the I think one of the most important topic and good topic to discuss, and we can spread the awareness around. First of all, we have to counsel the adolescent. We have to give that proper time. This is for the parents. Today we know that we are living in the nuclear families. If we are talking about the previously we were living in the large families, we have grandfather, grandmother, we have the so many means of family members we are having in that. But now we are living in the nuclear families, and to uh, providing the good quality education we are shifting from rural area, from the village to the cities. This is also the problem that they are these childs they're not getting the proper time by the parents. During this time they may are also indulge and get involved in these kind of activities. Next, uh, I suggest that whenever we have the time in the evening we just must have to spend some time with the kids. We must have to give some time to them, understand them, to ask them what is the problem, what they are having, any kind of issues related to them, their study, any other kind. When we are not having this time for our kids, they also need to explain their problems, whatever they are feeling, for their feelings. In that time they need some friends, they need some peers, so that they can explain their problems, who understand them, who can explain them and counsel them. So at that time parents are not there, so they are trapped by the some of the ill and the we can call it as a ill means elements of the society. They may trap these kids and these girls, these students, and further they provoke these girls to commit the suicide for taking the life threat actions. Next to this I would like to suggest the parents that during this age they provide the good quality nutritious diet. They need some counseling, so we must have to provide the counseling to them. You know the counseling is also required because I can explain this with the help of I'm also having this type of trauma. I traveled that this same problem when I was in the ninth and the 10th class. So when we are in the adolescent stage we having the sort lot of changes, physical chemical changes takes place in our body. So the growth of the hair on my body, I was watching whole the day that what's going on my body. So this was again a means I'm not able to understand that what's going on. If my parents they provide the counseling, they provide me the counseling by the counselors, they provide me this education which is required during this adolescent stage. If the teachers they provide us this adolescent the changes of this adolescent stage, physical, chemical. So whole the day I'm just watching that I'm having the beard, having the hairs on my legs, on the hands. So I undergo this depression. So this was the example just I'm giving you. So in this way, there are so many peers in the society. They may are having the trauma, trouble by the different problems they may have. So parents, they have to counsel them. If they need any kind of the counseling from the counselors, we must have to visit there, because nowadays this is the requirement for the each and every school to appoint a good counselor to counsel them, to ask them what is the problem. If the parents, they are not able to ask, we must to provide them counseling. Next to this, if they have any kind of the means, they are get involved with any kind of the activity, any kind of the friendship, any, we can call it as a social affairs, we have to talk on this topic. It's a very sensitive and the very means, we have to take care of each and everything very sensitively. We have to counsel the child, rather than using the evasive language and giving any kind of the ill comment and the bad comment to the girls and the boys. Rather than, we just have to counsel them and then to explain them. I am much sure that we can, if we are having the good, we can call that you're having the noble cause of concern, then definitely the student and that your kid and the girl definitely will understand what you want to explain. Next to this, if there is any problem, then how we can tackle this type of problem. So mostly the reason for these problems, if first of all we will discuss the reason, and after that we'll find out the solutions. In any family, there are different mindsets available at the home. I have seen the one more case here in my locality. The girl is studying in the 10th class. She's undergo the this depression type of problem. Then I counsel the student of that girl. Then I came to know that the reason was her father. He is addicted of drugs. Those may be the reason for that. The girl and her mother, they both were undergoing, they are under treatment, and they are facing this problem of trauma. They are also facing. So maybe the what kind of the environment they have at their family, this may be the reason. Next, we are, sometimes we have seen that our society, you can't do this thing, you're not a good boy. I'm a doctor and I am believing you that you may be a good doctor in future. So we, whatever we are, and sometimes we may fail to achieve the target we impose, and we are just whatever I have seen the dreams in my eyes, I'm watching all those dreams in my kid and the girls. That is again wrong, because whenever we are unable to fulfill the dreams, if you have the dream, then why not you have fulfilled? Why we are whatever the dream I have, just putting all those things on my kid. Okay, my dear son, my dear daughter, this is my dream to be a doctor, to be a, why, if your dream, then you fulfill. Why we are just I'm I just want to fulfill my wishes and my dreams, I'm just putting all this on my girl. This may also cause the trauma and the pressure on the these adolescent. Next, we have seen that the family problems, the, suppose we are having a big family, we are not having the good earning sources, and every day we are fighting with the in front of the kids. This may also be the reason. Next, fashion passion. In our society, we have seen that fashion and passion, if I'm not having anything to eat, I'm not having anything to bear, doesn't matter, to show off the society, to show the society and your surrounding that you are following the rich culture. This is also a fashion and passion. To, in front of the boys, I'm talking about the boys and girls, mostly the teenagers, they were having the party, they are means going to the parties, and they are having the any bachelor parties and functions. We have seen that some of the girls, boys, they are not even able, they are not consuming and taking the drugs, they are not taking alcohols and smoking at all. But the peers, they are also enforcing them, why not you try this just a once time. Array, I'm just using this for my passion, fashion. I'm just using this cigar of 100, 1500, just for the fashion. Sometimes for the passion, we may also trapped by these, right? So this may be the reason. Now, next to this, if we are not giving the proper time, this may be the reason. After this, solutions, they are very easy. Adolescent, they need care. They need care. First of all, give the proper time. Second, if you feel that they may trapped by the any ill, bad comment and the bad element of the society, first of all, counsel with the gently ask them, care, counsel them, find out the reason and the solution and the reasons I have explained to you that what are the maybe the possible reason, and after that, conclusion. The conclusion is that if we are not going to counsel the students, if we are not going to listen them, we are not going to provide the proper care and attention to them what they need, because every human being in this society, they need respect. I also need respect in the same way we all are youth, adolescent, they also need this respect. If our parents, our friends, our family, our teachers, our whosoever the element which is associated and related to these adolescent, whether it's a school, coachings, their gyms, whether they're going to any sports cultural activities, any music classes they have joined, related to each and every one of the society, to take care of these adolescents, we have to understand them what they need, what is their need. Sometimes then one more reason I just came to, just recently I was just thinking that the reason of generation gap is also the important factor we can consider to get involved and get indulged in these kind of activities. Obviously most of the time we were talking, array in the previously we were not having this type of manners. Now you are totally mannerless, you don't know that how to talk and how to means represent yourself in front of others. So all these kind of, when we stereotype thinking, when we are just imposing all these things, and we are every time we are cursing the anyone, so they may also having this type of negative feelings. When we have these negative feelings, definitely they may trapped by the, they may get indulged in smoking, they may get indulged in alcohol consumption, they may also in different type of addictions. So at last I just want to just conclude with this, just with few lines that no one on this earth is born with disability, and no one is having any the bad habits. Whatever we are having, they may also, they may be the different reason and the causes for this, sometimes by the society, sometimes we can call it as a the, it was the just because of the, it was time was not good, that was the reason. So rather than blaming and giving such type of the comments, we must have to counsel our adolescent, we must have to provide the proper care to these kids, only then we can sort out this problem. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for that very interesting talk and very relevant talk on that Indian adolescents need sexual and reproductive health awareness. Very, very important in these times because they tend to pick it up from other sources which
Yes,
uh, which corrupts their way of thinking because for a very simple reason, most of them is not factual. So it's better that they
yes,
get it from people who are trained to give them this. So good evening,
yes,
everybody. And before we leave, uh, I request you to watch our detox from disruptive literacy movement by Global Dream, which is an initiative by Dr. Sunita Gandhi since 2014. Uh, the whole idea is to ensure everyone's participation by a people's movement in the basic foundational literacy and numeracy for all our brothers and sisters. We should all participate in this to ensure that the gap, at least in literacy, is reduced as far as possible between the haves and the have nots. So, thank you very much. And this is going to be There are many talks on this. And for more information on the talks that you would like to attend, please go to 740-840-1000. Good evening and goodbye, everybody. See you again tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Vipan Kumar Jaiswal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.